All right. What's going on, everyone? How's it going? Can you guys hear me? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Can you guys hear me? About to go live. About to start this thing. Give me a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. Let me know where you guys are watching from. We're about to get started in about a couple minutes, 2 minutes. I'm happy for all you guys that are here early. Yeah, in the chat, let me know where you guys are watching from. This is cool. I'm excited. I got something special for you guys today. You're going to love it. What I'm going to show you guys today should be able to help you do an additional 1 to 2 to 5 to 10 to 15 extra deals this year, next year. What I'm about to show you is something that took me a lot of time to figure out, but I'm about to break down for you guys today of how I flip houses before I even make an offer. I'm going to break this all down for you guys tonight. Again, I'm excited to do this because that's just something I wish I knew when I first started. All right. Make sure everybody can see me and hear me. Let's see. Let me see. I see somebody's from Iowa. That's cool. What part of Iowa? Where else are you guys from? The coolest thing about this business is you can do it from all over the world. Cedar Falls, Iowa. All right. I like it. Never been there. I've driven through Iowa, but I don't know if I don't remember Cedar Falls. I remember the corn though. I remember there was a lot of corn. See. All righty. All right, everybody. Well, welcome to the Masterclass. We're about to go live. We're about to start. Hope you guys get ready to buckle in. We got a special treat. What I have prepared for you guys. This is new. This is not something that I've released before. So I'm gonna do my best to do it smoothly. Instead of just winging it, I got it prepared for you guys. So anyway, I'm excited to do it. All right. So let's all right, what's up, Madison? Good to see you. Good to see everybody on here. Who else we got? Edmund, I see you, Edmund. Sahid, Melinda, Elaine. All right. What's up? Good to see you. Yeah, let me know, guys, before I dive in. Let's tell me, guys, where you guys are watching from. Where's everybody watching from tonight? I know we already know about some people from Iowa. This is going to be interactive today, guys. Like I'm going to ask you questions. I'm going to need you to be involved because this is not just a boom, we're done. I'm just talking the whole time. I really want you guys to interact because this is how we learn. We learn through interacting. We got some Arizona. All right. AZ in the house. Louisville, Kentucky. Okay. I like that. All right. Georgia. All right. Everybody give me a 1 in the chat right now if you're ready to get after it. If you guys are ready to go, let's dive right in. There's no time to waste. We want to get started. People are going to be trickling in and out, but yeah, just let me know if you guys are ready. Again, I'm going to be interacting with you. I want to know how everybody's doing. Emmy, good to see you. All right, give me a 1. Let's go, guys. Well, if you're ready, wish me luck tonight. I got this prepared for everybody. I have this slide presentation prepared, and I usually what I do is I usually have slides that I just kind of go with the flow, and I wing it. But no, tonight it's dialed in. We got it locked in tonight. Just want to make sure everybody can see before I go in. Let me check something. I just have to check that it's showing up before I really go all in. Let me see. Everybody give me a 1 if you guys can at least hear me, because I don't want to do this. I've done presentations or I've done masterclasses before where you go and then no one can hear you and you're just like, oh my gosh, I just talked that whole time. No one even could hear me. Okay. All right. So we got you guys saying that you can hear me there. That's dope. Okay. Let me check one last thing. All right. Okay. Looks like we're solid. All right. Let's get started, everybody. Let's get right into it. So today, I'm going to show you guys how to flip a house before you ever talk price with a seller. This single shift removes guessing, cancellations, and stress, even if you're brand new to this business. If wholesaling has felt frustrating, it's not you. I can promise you that. It's the model you were taught. It forces you guys to guess, and guessing, it kills deals. The traditional wholesaling model is really just the guessing model. Guess the ARV, guess the repairs, guess the buyer, guess wrong, and you lose the deal. This is the real reason wholesaling feels hard. Every painful cancellation you've ever had came from one thing, came from guessing. Today, I'll show you how to eliminate guessing forever. Quick show of hands. Everybody that's watching, quick show of hands. Who here has ever locked up a contract and then realized that you couldn't sell it? Or if you haven't locked up a contract yet, are you being held back because you're afraid of getting something wrong and then having to go back and cancel it? Give me a 1 in the chat if you guys have felt like that. Okay, you're not alone. I canceled 39 contracts in a row before I discovered the method you're about to see. After canceling 39 contracts in a row, I hit a breaking point. I knew I needed a different approach. The old model simply wasn't working for me, and it's not working for a lot of people. And that's when everything changed. Here is a deal we pre-flipped for $86,000. And here's the we pre-flipped this before we ever even talked price with the seller. No rehab, no tenants, no risky earnest money, no contract first. This isn't this deal that isn't possible under the old traditional wholesaling model, but it is possible under the new model I'm going to show you guys tonight. I used to chase sellers. I used to chase buyers. After I would chase the seller, I'd chase the buyer. Now buyers chase me. When you stop guessing and you stop using the guessing model and start using buyers and buyer-backed data, the whole business flips, literally. I'm going to show you guys tonight, I'm going to show you right now how broken the traditional wholesaling model is and why it's been sabotaging your deals without you even realizing it. I have some true or false questions I want to ask you guys, true or false things, and I need you guys to interact so you guys can give me your feedback. You hear this everywhere. It's too competitive. Too many wholesalers. It's too saturated. Let's test the belief. Let's test that belief, guys, because your belief determines your income. Is this true or false? Wholesaling is more competitive than ever. True or false? It's false. Investor activity is up. Cash buyers are up. Motivated sellers are up. The model isn't the problem. The model is the problem. Sorry, the model is the problem, not the market. People say if you get a good enough deal, the money will find you. It sounds nice, right? It sounds nice on YouTube when they say it, but it's actually one of the most expensive lies wholesalers still believe. It's false. Reality check, great deals die every single day because buyers weren't lined up first. Traditional wholesaling has a 72% fallout rate, cancellation rate, not because the deal was bad, but because there was no buyer ready to move. This is the flaw in the old model, and it's the easiest one to fix. All right, now they're true or false. This is one of the most common ones out there, and it's the most dangerous belief in the industry because it forces you to guess everything up front and then pray that you guessed right. Okay, that the fact Is it true or false, guys, that you need to have a house under contract first to flip it? The answer is false. We pre-flip with a contract when it makes sense and without one when it doesn't. Over 70% of our deals start with 0 contracts first. And why? Because buyers decide the truth, not paperwork. Okay, last one. True or false? This is one I want to hear from you guys. Is wholesaling ethical? Wholesaling real estate is ethical. Is that true or false? What do you guys think? Well, it depends. Are you being honest with sellers? Are people always honest with sellers? Or are you guessing numbers and hoping you can deliver? Are you just telling sellers what they need to hear so you can get the contract? Not saying that's everybody, but I've gone against people that just tell the sellers that and then they try to renegociate. There's a lot, but we'll get into that. Look, sellers don't hate wholesalers, everybody. Sellers don't hate us. They hate the broken promises. Guessing creates those promises. Before I discovered pre-flipping, my life looked like this. I had 39 contracts locked up, excited to go do those deals. Then I had to cancel 39. I had 39 cancels. Okay. I had to cancel all of them. I was $60K in debt and I no confidence. And I really didn't like this business and I was considering quitting. I felt like I was scamming people, not because I wanted to, but because the model that was pushed on me forced me into those bad situations. Margaret was the seller who changed everything for me. She forced me to stop guessing. She had been burned by 3 other wholesalers before I talked to her. She told me, I will never sign another contract with you people again. And she was in a tough situation. She needed to sell fast and she was motivated, but she just got burned. So this is what I said to her. I said, you don't have to sign anything. Give me 48 hours, Margaret. I'll show you exactly what real cash buyers will pay for your house. No guessing, no surprises. That one conversation, that one deviation from the old model created the pre-flipping method. 2 days later, I had a real offer that was backed by a real buyer that was able to reset her unrealistic expectations around the price that she wanted, now that she saw real proof. And we did an $18,000 assignment deal, a wholesale deal, no contract needed up front. That moment changed my whole business forever. So you're probably wondering, what the heck is pre-flipping? After that moment with Margaret, I realized something. Traditional wholesaling fails because it forces you to guess first and find the truth later. I want you guys all to give me a 1 in the chat or raise your hand if this sounds familiar. Okay. And if it doesn't sound familiar, you haven't been doing this business this long. Okay. Seller wants way too much money. You guess low or you offer low. They hate you. You lose the deal and the deal dies. How many times does that happen to you guys? Give me a 1 in the chat if that sounds familiar. Pre-flipping is wholesaling, but it's in the right order. Truth first, contract second. Stop guessing what buyers want. Ask them. Get real offers up front. Use that truth to structure the whole deal. When the numbers come from buyers, sellers reset their unrealistic expectations immediately. There's no arguing involved. There's no convincing. There's just clarity. And with expectations aligned to real buyer-backed feedback, the contract becomes easy. It's almost automatic. When you remove the guesswork, the assignment fee, or however you want to structure getting paid, it all becomes a natural outcome, not a miracle. Here's the whole system in one line. Screenshot this, everybody. I want you to take a screenshot. This is how we do it. You get a lead. You disqualify it fast. You pre-flip it. You get buyer data. You reset the seller's expectation with the data. And you put it under contract or not. Doesn't matter. And you get paid. And the beautiful part about this is you don't have to wholesale it. You don't have to assign it. You can get paid multiple ways. And here's the crazy part. With pre-flipping, we've got less than a 4% cancellation rate. Traditional wholesaling, it's at 72%. That's why so many wholesalers feel stuck. They're building their businesses on guesses, not data. Here's why guessing kills more deals than anything else. This is a property we have right now. Same property, same day. One buyer was at $100,000 offer. Another buyer was at $267,000. That's a spread of $167,000, everybody. If you guess wrong, even by a little bit, you lose the deal without even knowing it. This is why traditional wholesaling keeps people broke and why pre-flipping wins. There's always one buyer, at least one buyer, who pays way more than everybody else. That's a guarantee. There's always that one. Pre-flipping is how you find them without lying to the seller. All right, here's a perfect example of why pre-flipping works so well. This is the $86,000 deal I was telling you about earlier. This seller wanted $800,000. The Zillow estimate was around $850,000. That's why she wanted around $800,000. She thought she was giving us a good deal, right? But we all know that's not where it needs to be. Totally unrealistic at first. Like most sellers, they look at what their house is worth online. They feel like they're educated, and then they ask for as much as they can get. Totally get it. It happens. Now, if I would have guessed low and offered her around $600,000, she would have immediately said no and told me to get out of her life. She would have been like, absolutely not, get away from me. So instead, this is what I said. I know you want $800,000, and my offer would offend you, and I don't want to offend you. So let me run this by a couple of my other buyers that I know, that I work with, who can usually pay a little bit more than I can. And I'll bring back exactly what they're willing to pay. So we sent our buyers through. The average buyer offer was around $630 to $650. Actually, the highest one at the time was around $650. But there was one unicorn buyer, and there always seems to be that one unicorn buyer when you pre-flip it. He was at $739,000. Okay, that's how we were able to do an $86,000 deal. The second highest buyer was $650. Okay, that was the average range. The lesson from this is one unicorn buyer can pay $50,000 to $150,000 more than the average investor. And you'll never find them by guessing. You have to pre-flip it. This is another one. This seller was in pre-foreclosure, and there were literally dozens of investors all trying to lock up the deal. A real estate agent was involved, and she said, highest and best, submit your highest and best. That's the kryptonite of wholesalers because they're just guessing. The problem, all the wholesalers, they were just guessing to try and get this deal. And all their offers were fake. They all had 7 to 14 days of due diligence. They had $100 to $1,000 of earnest money. That's a red flag that it's a wholesale offer. Okay. So what did we do? We pre-flipped it. 20 investors offered more than we did, but our buyer that we had locked in, our buyer had certainty. All right. And our buyer came with that certainty because he offered $50,000 of non-refundable earnest money, 0 days of due diligence. The seller chose certainty over price. We were lower than all the other offers, but we were a legit offer, and they did not have time to waste because they're in pre-foreclosure. You can't create this kind of offers with guessing. You can only get this from real buyers. This is another one. This was one of those deals every wholesaler fails on. Hard to comp. Seller was motivated, but everyone kept lowballing them because they were just guessing. Some wholesalers even tried to pitch seller finance terms that they just made up, thinking what their buyers might be interested in, and they would get it under contract, and then none of their buyers would want their terms, and they'd have to cancel it. What did we do? We didn't lock up the seller and make empty promises and get them fired up. When we couldn't do it, we just said, let me run this by a couple of my buyers. We got the terms that the buyers wanted, brought it back to the seller, and they said, okay. And we made $12,000. The lesson learned is pre-flipping solves impossible deals that guessing destroys. Now, look, I could go on and show you a dozen more, but the story's the same. Okay? It's different markets, different sellers, totally different situations, but the pattern never changes. Guessing loses these deals. Pre-flipping wins them every single time. This is where everything changes. There's an old way of operating and there's a new way. And they produce completely, totally different results. The old you lowballed to stay safe. New you shows sellers real buyers' numbers and real buyer back data, and they align themselves. Old you feared talking price. You were nervous to make those low offers. New you walks in with buyer back certainty. It's a huge difference. The old you hoped deals would sell. New you knows which deals will sell before locking anything up and wasting anybody's time. Old you felt pressure to perform. New you controls the entire process because buyers set the reality. And you can actually, now you can sleep at night and you're not worried that your deal will fall apart. Old you got deals randomly. New you has a repeatable step-by-step process. When you remove guessing, you remove confusion. Everything becomes clear and simple. Okay, so traditional wholesaling takes weeks or even months. We're able to pre-flip deals in days. Most wholesalers feel stuck, but once you switch to pre-flipping, deals move fast because buyers lead the way. The biggest cost in this business isn't trying new things. It's sticking with the old broken model. Traditional wholesaling punishes you financially for staying the same. It drains time, money, and confidence. Every month you guys are guessing ARV, repairs, or buyer demand, you're losing out on deals. Not theoretically. I'm talking you're actually losing out on making money. Remember the one I told you about, $167,000 spread difference? Imagine how many deals you're missing because you're just guessing low when there's that buyer who's willing to buy and pay more than everybody else. Every canceled contract, every renegotiation, every seller who ghosted you, I'm telling you, it was a preventable loss. You weren't the problem. The model that they've been pushing and everybody teaches is the problem. The model you were forced to use is the problem. Nobody succeeds guessing. You don't lack talent. You lack a model that guarantees clarity. And there's not a market problem. The market is full of buyers and sellers. They're everywhere. Your issue wasn't the market. It's the method. If you can't convert leads, it's not because leads suck. It's because the process lacks truth and certainty. You've been using a guessing-based model. All right. The traditional wholesaling model is literally just all based on guessing. Once the model changes, your results change with it. Now, today I'm going to show you guys how to install the right model, the one that removes guessing entirely, all right? Now, as you know, I've been wholesaling for 8 years. I've been coaching for a while, and I used to sell courses, okay? I sold courses for years, but courses don't fix the core problem, and that's why I stopped. I don't sell courses. They teach information, but nobody needs more information. You need help installing things that actually get it done. You don't need more videos. You don't need more modules. You need the right system installed with you. Most people fail not because they don't know what to do, but because nobody is doing it with them. That's why I struggled for a long time. Is I had the information. I just didn't know how to apply it. So this is not a course that I'm about to show you. This isn't a course. This isn't something to watch and hope. This is a hands-on system where we do the real work together. This is a get your first deal machine, what I'm about to show you guys. A system designed to remove guessing and produce results. We don't hand you PDFs and courses and videos and wish you luck. We actually install the pre-flipping system in your business step by step until you can run it on your own. You're not guessing anymore. You're working with active wholesalers who wholesale and do deals nationwide right now, not that did deals in the past, right now. Because we're hands-on, we can only work with a small number of people at this time. This is not a scalable program by design. We cap enrollment at 15 people because we are literally inside your deals with you. When you get a deal, we don't cheer you from the sidelines. We JV it with you. We literally can't, you literally cannot mess this up. You don't need a massive buyers list. You don't even need a buyers list. You don't need to build relationships. We already have buyers nationwide, and we plug them directly into your system. The reason sellers choose you isn't your offer. I can promise you. It's your certainty. It's your trust. It's the truth. It's the relationship they have or they feel confident with you. Our buyers give you that certainty. If a deal needs earnest money, we handle that too. No more losing deals because you didn't have $1,000 sitting around. We listen to your seller calls and fix them with you. This alone can double your closing rate. Most wholesalers lose deals because their offer is off. We fix the structure, the terms, the framing, and make sellers say yes. We help you set up the exact tools, the exact scripts, the exact pre-flipping process so you can run it every day. You don't need confidence. You just need actual support. We do the hard parts with you until it become easy. So this isn't theoretical. This is daily execution. Your leads, your sellers, your deals done with you. So let's talk about the part that nobody else is willing to do except me, the guarantee. You're not taking the risk. We are. You literally can't lose. So this is what we guarantee. If you join us and do the work, you will close a $20,000 deal in the next 90 days, period. Okay, and we're so confident about this that if you don't hit that result, you get a full refund, zero risk, zero games. And not only do you get your money back, we keep JVing your deals until you get paid anyway. Yes, for free. Because we control the variables. We work with your deals with you. We bring buyers, we structure offers. This isn't guesswork, it's execution. That's why we're able to guarantee this. With buyer back data, your success isn't random, it's predictable. All right, so let me introduce you to a couple of the clients we've worked with so you guys can see what they say. This is Nellie. She struggled for years to figure out this business. She had 0 deals done, 0 traction, spent thousands in marketing on mailers, didn't get a single deal. We switched her to the pre-flipping method, and she made over $100,000 fast in under 6 months. Now, this is Mike. 2 years of banging his head against the wall, 2 years of doing everything the guru said, 2 years of 0 deals. Once we installed the pre-flipping method into his business and we started doing deals together, he closed 4 deals in under 5 months for $66,590. Same Mike, same market, same motivation, but a different system and a different way to do deals. This is Caden. Caden came to us from a big coaching program that a lot of you probably know is a big YouTuber out there. He spent tens of thousands on that coach. And he did exactly what the coach told him. He spent thousands more on marketing that they told him to invest in. What happened? 0 results, 0 deals until we installed the pre-flipping method into his business. And now he just did $40,000 in assignments on 2 deals. And he's got another one closing next week for $17,000. Now, we cap enrollment at 15 people, not because I'm trying to be fancy or act like this is better than whatever. We do that because we're actually in your deals. And that takes real time. It takes a lot of time to work deals. This is not a scalable course. This is hands-on execution. Small is how we guarantee results. If we brought everybody in here, we could not get these people the results. Now look, we only open this cohort. We only open this when a cohort, I can't even say the word. Oh my gosh. We only open this when a cohort finishes. Once the group fills, we close enrollment until the next cycle. So the next cohort starts soon, and we're already talking to people who want in because we let people know as we're about to open a new one. There's no wait list magic. I'm telling you, when it fills, it's closed, period. People have already claimed some spots while we've been on this webinar that I've been telling you guys about. That always happens. You can keep guessing, or you guys can install this system that removes guessing forever. So all you got to do is you go painlessflipping.com, book your clarity call, and we'll look at your market, we'll look at your leads, your goals, and see if the apprenticeship is a good fit. And I'm telling you, this call isn't pressure. It's clarity. We don't convince you. We evaluate because we only take people we believe we can get results for. If you're looking for easy money or you want to stay in the guessing model, if you would just want to continue to do that model, this is not for you. We got to teach you the right way to do it. If you're ready to take action, follow directions, and finally get results, you're our kind of person we want to work with. So if you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. Your entire business can shift today. You can stay in the old model, the one that burns leads, kills confidence, and creates uncertainty, or you guys can step into the system that removes guessing forever. You've seen the proof, you've seen the results, you've seen the difference. Your gut already knows what you got to do. If I had this when I was brand new, I would have just been all over it and lost my mind because this is exactly, I created what I wanted when I was a new investor. So choose clarity over chaos. Choose certainty over fear. Choose pre-flipping. All you got to do again is just search painlessflipping.com. Sorry, the link's right there. Book your clarity call and let's build your first or your next $20,000 deal together. You only get a few moments like this where we're offering this. Like we don't, again, the cohorts, we only open them when we have spots available. So you only get a few moments like this, moments where a new pass shows up. So don't let this be another should have moment. So visit the site. It's pretty simple. Book your call. Let's install the system that changes everything. Let's get your next deal the painless way. That's like my last, if you don't get it yet, Payneless, P-A-Y-N-E is my last name, so I call it Painless. Let's get your deal the painless way. Thanks, and I want to let you guys know that I hope you all have a great night. This is basically what I wanted to show everybody, and I'm excited to offer this, and I'm looking forward to chatting with the people that have booked calls so far and that will book calls because, like once this fills up, we're going to be working with those people and we're going to be getting deals with people. So looking forward to chatting with all you guys. I see that there was a question that was thrown in here. Let me see if I can answer that. So that's the beautiful thing, Edmund. And I'll answer this and then I got to go because it's kind of late. He asks, what protects you from buyers going direct and bypassing you? So the beautiful thing about pre-flipping, Edmund, is we don't do it. We don't find buyers the traditional way of just email blasting and just blasting out the deal. We have a specific way that we talk to buyers and go directly to them. And we have a network and we have a way of only working with people that we can trust and that we don't just blast it out. If we blasted this out, yes, that would not work, right? And that's not what we do. This is not the traditional wholesaling model where you get a deal, you blast it, and you're just praying, right? You're praying somebody responds. Yeah, we don't do that. So to answer your question, man, is we work specifically, have a specific strategy where we get to work with buyers. And we do not give them the information. We do not give them all this info until we vet them. And we have a specific process before we give them all that information. All right. So I hope that makes sense. That's why I'm saying we used to teach, like we used to have this on a course, but there are too many people getting the variables wrong. There's too many things that could go wrong in real estate. There's just so many things you can't even be aware of sometimes because every deal is different. So that's why we actually teach this in this type of apprenticeship model where we work with you, because that's how you learn the right way. So anyway, look forward to work with you guys. Just book a call, painlessflipping.com, and yeah, have a great night, everyone. Peace out.